Alright guys, George Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, we are here at the JW Marriott at Grande Lakes. Alright, now what is JW Marriott? Obviously it's a Marriott property. It's one of their high-end properties where the Ritz-Carlton is the top tier. The JW, think of a top tier business hotel. A lot of business gets done here, a lot of conventions are here. The one here in Grande Lakes sits on a property that actually has 3 hotels, this being one. Then there's the Ritz-Carlton directly to my left, right, and then there is Lakeshore Reserve, which is off to my left. This is a great entrance. As you go through all the cars waiting to pick up people, you go and you have a nice seating out area here. You can kind of grab a seat and relax while you wait for your car to be pulled up to valet. And then you go through this. First thing when you come in, you're gonna see some immediately, which is awesome. Center area, fountain, beautiful. The mascot of the JW are these griffins that are underneath here. And it goes up, and it is a very high ceiling, dome ceiling. It's awesome. So this is the center point. Directly to our left is check-in. And you'll see immediately it's just very posh, very nice. White marble, polished tiles, beautiful just sitting areas. Concierge is right there. And then off to our immediate right when you come in is the kitchen. The kitchen, Whispering Creek Farm, the kitchen. It is closed right now. So we're gonna poke our head in real quick and I'll show it to you. This is a phenomenal restaurant. It's kind of farm to table. It will be open around 3 o'clock. It is just outstanding. All right, so we came through the restaurant. It's closed, so they let us come out here. This is kind of a little outdoor seating area right off the restaurant. Has a fire pit, has some high cocktail tabletops, heating lamps, because it does get cold no matter what you think in Florida. They do have 2 big screen TVs out here, so I do believe this is a meeting spot, but a great spot to eat. So let's go back through the restaurant right now. As we leave, we get a chance to keep going. So again, back to the kitchen, and we'll go back out to the lobby area. And now we're in the lobby. So we're gonna go right down the middle to give you guys a great view of this whole thing. Central to it is a central bar area. That's your lobby bar. Great seating spaces in here. A lot of places just to kind of plug in and do your thing. Pre-meeting, in between meetings, we have a lot of people obviously here for convention. But this is just really kind of a beautiful space. So we kind of keep coming around. Off the bar area, if you go out this way, is really an great outdoor seating space. Obviously people continue to do business. And then that stair goes down to the outside area, and we'll show you guys the outside area, but obviously off this patio area, you can head down and get out towards the pool area and take a peek. Let's take a quick look. There's something down here I wanted to show you. So when you get down here, you come down these little steps. It's a great view. So right off the kitchen is this. Yeah, I know, right? So we've gone through the hotel, through the back part, and that's the back side of the restaurant, the kitchen we just saw. And if we were to pan around, buckle in for it, that's the back of the hotel. We're gonna take a real good look at this. There's water here that creates waterfalls. There's a gigantic pool area, the lazy river. Out there is a lake that leads to a golf course with a fountain and a lot of meeting area spaces back there. We will be going out there in 1 second. Just want to give you a quick orientation. That building right back there straight ahead, that's the Ritz-Carlton. And to our left is the Lakeshore Resort. You won't be able to see it. But guys, let's head back in, finish the look at the hotel, and then we're ending our day. Sorry, out here. All right, so we just came back out from the outside through the bar area. Lobby's right to my right. We're passing the kitchen, the other entrance to the kitchen right here, which we're just in. Down this hallway are some stores and the prerequisite business, Starbucks, which you have to have. And then there's kind of more of a sundry shop for Marriott merchandise, vacationing, which people actually do here. But as we go straight through, you realize real quick what drives this hotel is the conferences. And right now it's Institutional Investors Conference happening right now. And that's about as far as we're gonna go. So down that space, there are all the conference rooms, and attached to that, as you go through that conference room space, it connects to the Ritz-Carlton, which we just talked about. Okay, so we found ourselves back at the lobby bar. Seems to be a center point for us. We went down that hallway to the conference spaces. Now we're gonna go the opposite direction from the hallway. Just off to our left. We're gonna take care of this first floor, then go down to the lower level. And one thing's really great with lower level is they do have Citron, which is right there, which is downstairs, and we'll check that out in a second. But they have the end here is Primo. Primo is their high-end restaurant right here, and it is, we'll be able to peek in. It's not open. So let's peek in, give you guys a sense of what it is. So it really has kind of that open feel, a lot of the beiges and tans and warm colors. Open kitchen, which is right to your left. And there's a private dining room all the way in the very back. Now, if you come over, and I'll show you guys the menu. So this is the Primo menu. Now the bread service, and then they have the Primi, which is actually your appetizers. Your second course is your more of your soups and your salads, and then your main dishes. And then it goes to all the extras, and then it has the pastas at the bottom. You will notice that the menu itself is very elaborate and not very cheap, but that's okay. That's what the JW is. It is top-end stuff. So that's Primo. Now, I said it earlier, we're gonna go downstairs and check out Citron. So let's go down. So now we ping pong back and forth through the upper level. We pretty much have covered this floor. So let's head on down and check out Citron. All right, so we made it down the stairs and we're here at Citron, an American pastry. So what is Citron? Citron is kind of your Americanized food with the high-end finishes. Again, they continue with more, whoa, they just dim the lights. How nice is that? If you look in there, really, the seating's open, tables are there. This is kind of where you would have your morning breakfasts and things like that, breakfast meetings, but it is a much more casual dining experience than Primo, which is upstairs. They're not open yet, but in the process of preparing. But that's Citron, which is the other restaurant that's offered here. Now, off this floor, we're now down on the ground floor. There is no other floor down. What you end up getting to is, again, through all these corridors, you go back out to the conference spaces. And that's out this way. And these are the small conference rooms they have down here on the second floor. All right, so we came through a set of doors right off Citron. Now we're going in the back here. And the first thing you're gonna see is the newest addition. They added this. It's a water slide that was added just a handful of years ago. perfectly honest, it's like they squeezed it in here, but it's a neat slide. So let's go on into the area, take a peek around, show you guys. So now we're in the pool area. And first thing we're going to talk about is upstairs. So what, give you a better view, that's the water slide. And then if I were to turn around, there's a hotel right there. That is, my friends, the lazy river. Just I need to push you along and tube. It's really pretty awesome. Waterfalls everywhere. We have a helicopter go over top. Oh, here's a great view. Here's a great view. So that is the lazy river. They have their own little towel hut, as you would expect. Hot tub area. And this just meanders, which is really very neat. And we've been on this property for years, and they just continue to develop it. And so at the end of each of these little lazy rivers are these spaces we can jump on the river and go. And then at the end of each little river area, they have the little pool. So they have a pool area, so the river goes around and then it splashes out into this pool space, which is neat. Now, that little metallic geometric area is actually, they have a bed in there, and I'm guessing it's a reserved kind of open bungalow. That is new. That is a restaurant space that now has kind of the reserved beds around the pool area. And what I can tell you over the years, what they've tried to do with this property is really upgrade it and make it a little more posh. This is a great effect. So when you go through your water, the lazy river, they have these little sprayers that get you wet. So we come up and we're just kind of meandering around. Hotel's immediately to our right, now behind us. And then here's kind of another pool area. And all the little cabanas, and then here is an entire space. Now, we're gonna do our best to get into that space and show you guys. It looks like a very private, reserved area, completely for private parties, business events. Oasis Lounge, reservations only. So this is the Oasis Lounge. Take a second for you guys to see it. And so what really is a resort in a resort. So you have your cabanas with the special lights and the great couches and pillows and TVs in the spaces. They have kind of what I would think are the glorified beanbag chairs around the outside and their own two little splash pools. And then they have kind of their bed area where you can kind of reserve these spaces to lounge, which is really nice. And then here's another little pool splash area, just part of the Oasis. And then they have their own fire pit. And so really this is a private upscale area where you can kind of come and be. I've seen a lot of businesses rent this, especially when they're doing events here. I think more status than anything, but that's me. That actually is a great view of the hotel. So that is how big this hotel is. It is a beautiful hotel. Coral color, blends in beautiful. Let's keep walking around. So if you haven't noticed, the back area here is very big and very sprawling. Makes it feel like the resort is just enormous, and it is. Oh, check this effect. Okay, I'm impressed. So they have planters attached to the back of the bed areas that you reserve. All right, it's the little things that just catch my attention. So each one has their own. And this is the knife buffet, outdoor bar restaurant area right here. Knife burger, sorry, knife burger. Knife burger, and that's in there. And so we'll kind of keep walking around, and then here is where all the lazy river floats reside. You come and grab a little float, and away you go. Having done that, it's awesome. Here's a warning. Water's really freaking cold, so it's chilly. And then here's just a great view of more kind of those bungalows and private sitting areas. And what's great is they do have a zero entry pool. So this is for the little guy spaces. zero entry, little splash area. It's only 1.5 feet deep here. And then if you look kind of through there, that's where the lazy river continues and cut through. This space right here, that's a conference space. We kind of walked briefly in there when we saw all the suits for their convention, the investors convention. That's where they're meeting right now. And then here is probably one of the neater playgrounds I think we've ever seen. So come on, let's go take a look at this. I think what we really love about the JW and the reason we've come here so often is it's the greenery. They really do make it feel like a tropical oasis. And it's the little things. Those are lights that are hanging in the trees. So it creates this kind of ambiance in here at night. It has a meandering path. All right, so we made our way to the kids' playground, and it's really just a neat playground. It's a little jungle gym. It has what's great. It has the poor soft ground, so it's not the bulk of the shred tires or the mulch. It's actually a soft surface. It's geometric, sand on the outside, nice little slide. Oh, it's nice and soft too. So a little climbing area to get up into this. It's just really cute. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like this before. So it's just really a nice little space. But I was coming this way to show you something different and just saw this. So let's cut through and head back out this way. So guys, this is where I was coming to. It's the aqua course. Now, here's all the rules, but we're not actually going to do it. But this is what it looks like. So think of a very intense obstacle course with water spraying everywhere. Buckets and sprayers and all the above. So find this incredibly interesting space. There's harnesses, so you actually run along, and so you actually don't fall and get hurt. They actually kind of catch you. So we're gonna walk out, and we'll show you kind of some additional spaces that are out here. Now the pool area is for guests only. Just to give you guys that heads up. We were fortunate enough to get in the pool area, not being a guest. Shh. Don't tell anybody. But this is outside the pool area. And as we kind of come around, I want to show you the central area that's right here. And this kind of will show you kind of what the entire area feels like, which I think is real important. As you kind of come off the pool and off their property, the JW property, there's a great little grassy area. Activities are out here, kids activities. Turn back. That again is the conference spaces. Beautiful. But as you go there, that begins to be the Ritz-Carlton. That's Ritz-Carlton Spa, and on the other side, that's the Ritz-Carlton. They're connected by the conference spaces, so you have access across to walk from the JW to the Ritz-Carlton and never come out in the rain, the sun, or the dark. They have done such an honest to goodness beautiful job on this property. And really, since the last time we've been here, they've really done a lot to upgrade experiences with the bungalows that you rent, the private sitting areas. It's definitely upgraded. So we're kind of walking back now. We're walking away from the hotel directly behind us. They do have some of these little grassy areas around, and they're playing bags right now. And that restaurant is Knife Burger. We get it right one of these days. We saw that. But as you come out here, I just want to show you guys this. It's what really makes Grande Lakes very special. Is this. Across the way is the Ritz-Carlton's golf course. But they have these walking paths. They kind of take you around between the Ritz-Carlton JW, which we just toured, in the process of showing you, and the Lakeshore Reserve, which is just beyond this if we keep going that way. But this gives you a chance to show you that pool area we just were in kind of from this perspective. I think what I love about the space is they've used the green, the foliage, and really the higher end finishes in a great way. So guys, as we get a last little peek in there in the corner of the water slide and the beautiful private oasis. This is George from Florida Parks After Dark. Listen, do me a favor. You're in Grande Lakes, which gives you this. Grande Lakes is minutes from SeaWorld, right near Universal, and about 10 minutes to 15 minutes from Disney. You're miles away from everything, but minutes away from what you want to do. So guys, like this video, come check out this resort. It is well worth it. And subscribe to our channel. And you guys have a fantastic day, and we will go on to show you the next thing. Take care. Alright, so guys, George Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, listen, we showed you this water slide before from the other side. We were coming around the back side here. I thought it was just a great perspective to see it. You climb up all those gangways to the right, and that nice gentleman's in the process of doing. And then you jump in, and away you go. Now, there's two different tubes. One's much more curly, one's a little more straight. The one we're looking at right now is the curvy one that kind of goes around. It's a combination of open and closed tube. Actually dark closed, kind of light closed, and then really wide open. The other tube that has a pretty steep drop and then a hard turn is all kind of this opaque color, so you can kind of see light, but you're dropping fast. So we're probably looking at what, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 stories high. It is a neat little water slide. Now I'll tell you honestly, we had been coming here for a very long time, and we saw them as they were trying to build this thing, and we had mixed emotions about it. But I tell you, now that it's finished, it does seem to make a little sense. So guys, with that being said, George Florida Parks After Dark, do me a favor, like and subscribe. We're here at the JW Marriott in Grande Lakes. This is their water slide, and I'm saying it's been added probably a handful of years ago. You guys take care, have a great day. Alright guys, George Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, we are here at the JW of Grande Lakes. We're in the back of the property. This is Primo's Organic Garden. Primo is their main restaurant down the lower level, and they have a garden for the restaurant. What they grow in the garden is all the herbs that they'll use. Now what's great is they actually label them. So you can come in here and you look, that's tarragon. Here's lemon thyme. Wow, this is really neat. I know that's rosemary. And then you come around, they just had these little bins where they're growing the herbs and some vegetables for the meal of the day. So I found this to be really, truly just fascinating. There's chicory over here and dill. Really just a neat space. There's chocolate mint, which is a variant of this mint. And so guys, this is the organic garden for Primo. This is really a very neat find. So just wanted to show you this as we move across. And there's more. Hold on. I knew there'd be more. So there's just a continuation of just the garden itself and some of the vegetables that they're growing, and again, mostly the herbs that they use in the meals. It's really truly that farm to table feel. So this is the organic garden for Primo, guys, at the JW Marriott in Grande Lakes in Orlando. Take care, everybody.